Hello Pisces, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your reading for the 14th to the 28th of February, the second half of February 2021. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle, and this is the Compendium of Witches Oracle that I'll be using today to draw a couple of cards for you just to start your reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Pisces for the 14th to the 28th of February 2021. What messages are here for Pisces for the second half of February 2021? What does Pisces need to know now? So let's just spread this out and draw a couple of cards. I'll just take those two then. And let's see what you get. Oh, you get offering. This is a card of generosity, of kindness, and that those small kind acts, how deeply they've felt, you know, the big impact they can have in a positive way is offering. So you may be offering your help, your guidance, some assistance, or you may be receiving that. And then you've got the mirror, which is about inward looking, reflection. So perhaps there's a bit of soul seeking, a bit of internalizing or internal thoughts as you contemplate what your inner truths are. So that's quite deep. So you've got the mirror with reflection and offering. And let's see where the rest of the reading goes. You know, this mirror is about looking beneath the surface as well as what's reflecting back at you. So let's see what's on the cards for Pisces for the 14th to the 28th of February 2021. What messages are here for Pisces for the second half of February this year? What does Pisces need to know now? And this is the Dark Mansion Tarot, which I'll be using to draw a couple of 8 card spread for you, And the first 2 cards will depict you where you are now in your current situation. And the next 2 cards will highlight the challenges that you face and what's brought you to where you are. Oopsie. And then the next 2 cards will offer some guidance from Spirit, and the last 2 cards may reveal your possible outcome. So let's see what you get. You start with Justice and the King of Swords. This is all very, very much about decision making and weighing the consequences, using your logic and your integrity as well as your wisdom in order to make a wise and measured decision about something. Let's see where the rest of the cards take us. You've got as your challenges the Two of Cups and the Five of Cups. And your guidance from Spirit is the Ten of Wands and the Hermit, which goes well with the Mirror. And then you've got the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Wands in your outcome cards. And then you've got the Sun at the bottom of the deck, which sort of ultimately, as an overriding energy, suggests that you can be successful here. Things will become clear, answers, and you know, seeing things clearly, getting the answers, seeing things clearly. But, you know, it's a lovely, joyful card. Suggests you may find some joy in the moment and some sense of success and achievement. But you start off here with needing, or, you know, what is prevalent at the beginning of this time is important decisions to be made, because these may weigh heavily, these may carry on, you know, they'll stay with you for some time. And, you know, there's an endeavor here to master your thoughts. And it's reflected in this card as well, which is near your outcome card. You know, this sort of suggests that there's there seems to be a lot of mental turmoil with you, and you may well be needing to, or wanting to, sort of clear that up and find the answers, make a decisive decision about something, and have the confidence in that to stick with it. And there's a need to sort of really weigh things carefully as you do. And then you've got, with your challenges, it's sort of the decisions, the mental anxiety that you may be experiencing seems to be linked with a union. This is very interesting, seeing the Two of Cups and the Five of Cups in your challenges. Almost sort of, there's a little story that you can get from that, in that, you know, you may well be agonizing over a bond or partnership that didn't work out and has left you feeling bereft. The Five of Cups sort of suggests that that period of mourning when you've lost something, you know, the spilt cups here, the upturned cups, or the fallen over cups sort of suggest what is lost, and that sense of grieving for it. And it sort of seems to be linked with some sort of bond that may have seemed pure and sweet at the time, but has proven otherwise. And perhaps, you know, this whole decision here, trying to get over the emotion of it, and, you know, bring yourself back to focus on more logical matters, and to see things clearer without that that grief and that overwhelming emotion. And, you know, right beneath the Five of Cups, you've got this Nine of Swords, which is really indicates a tendency perhaps to overthink this, to allow it to become bigger and more overwhelming than it needs to be. Here's your, you know, to balance that out, that intense grieving, that overthinking out, you trying to be logical about it and see it in a clear, decisive way. And that's interesting to see the Justice, you know, card here. It also may indicate for some that there has been an official ending to something, some sort of partnership, you know, a decision made by higher forces, or more authority, you know, by an authority figure, which sort of may, for some of you, you may feel that resonates with you in a sense of some bond having been come to an end with a decision, and that decision has been decisive and difficult but very logical. So your guidance cards suggest that you throw yourself into work, into taking on more responsibilities and being prepared to carry a heavier load on your own. And you know, with that striving off on your own and taking on extra burdens, it brings some degree of wisdom. And I'm only saying that today because I'm noticing the little owl in the tree. And again, you know, on your own is the Hermit. And this is sort of, it suggests that don't worry, you'll find these answers within. You may need to take yourself away from company, away from too much busyness, and allow yourself time to contemplate and have some introspection. And with that comes more wisdom, more knowledge. The Hermit card is a good card. You know, it sort of suggests a bit of soul seeking, which may be intense, but the outcome is illumination, is finding answers, is finding that clarity that you seek. And, you know, I also get a sense with the 10 of Wands, I'm seeing the very long path here that he's on. It sort of suggests that, you know, taking on more responsibility and being prepared to work harder than usual and have a lot more work than usual, it will take you far, will take you to a place of safety and security and stability again. And, you know, I get a sense here with the 9 of Swords near your outcome that, you know, you'll eventually be able to overcome this anxiety, this mental stress and strain. It suggests not overthinking things. It's good to have some inner reflection, but not to allow it to thoughts and frightening thoughts at that to just go round and round in your head. You need to perhaps focus on the practical side of work. But it brings you to ultimately having a good position to overcome these obstacles in your way and to fend off any competition or strife that comes your way. The 7 of Wands is about standing your ground, is about having that defensive stance in order to protect something. But, you know, we put your Sun card near the end as well, and it suggests that things will brighten up. It's just the next 2 weeks that seem to be filled with a bit of a struggle. And it may feel like you're going uphill against the wind with things, but you'll be working through a difficult loss, whether it's recent or something that's just re-emerged. And it seems to be connected with important and official decision of sorts. And it may have you really delving into your own mind, but it sort of warns not to go too deep, not to get lost in a downward spiral. Rather focus and be prepared to focus on taking on a heavier load of work, because that puts you know, balances out the introspection with being grounded and being able to feel that positive energy you get when you actually make progress with difficult or heavy work. And it sort of brings you to a point where you feel you're on the upper ground and finding that joy. And there you've got this little offering here, this act of kindness. And, you know, it could well be that looking at this spread as it's turned out, that act of kindness is something within yourself that you give yourself. be gentle on yourself, and don't expect too much of yourself. This is going to be, I wouldn't say a horrible 2 weeks, but it's going to be a difficult 2 weeks. You're going to be journeying a little bit, and you're going to need to lighten the load with a treat for yourself. So there you have it, Pisces. It's not, we don't always have wonderful, happy rainbow pony weeks, but this is a time where you may be working through some mental anxiety that's linked to a sense of loss about a bond, a union. But you'll be finding the answers from within, and you'll come up on top, feeling stronger, feeling that you're you've got the upper hand, and you've got the Sun card at the bottom of the deck, which is a bright and happy card. So things will begin to lift as you work out of the next 2 weeks. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have yourself a good 2 weeks. And God bless you till we meet again.